I first visited Siargao in November of 2025. I joined my best friend and with a couple of her friends on what turned out to be my favorite girls' trip in a while. I was already dying to go back and even cried my PMSing heart out because I wanted to live on the island. It was the feeling of missing something while I was still in it. Some longing I knew I wouldn't be able to ignore. So on February 2026, I made my move. I arrived on the island with no pressure, but to really just get a feel for this life that was calling out to me. My first week was about learning how to just be here. It was a strange shift, trading my usual pace for the island's pulse. Just as I worried about feeling lonely on this adventure, I made some friends. This is Chantal. She interned where I worked, and we eventually figured out the how-to of this space together. We met everyone else this way too. Siargao hosts a very small world and an interwoven community where I was lucky enough to find mine. After work, we'd look for a place to eat or head to the Sunset Bridge and vibe. Katangnan Bridge is where the community gravitates, a shared, silent agreement to watch the sky change colors every night. The roosters and the Malunggay Pandesal jingle became my alarm clock, and Cloud 9 turned into my backyard. The people watching of both surfers and tourists and listening to the waves crash were part of my routine. But I was no longer on vacation. This is my life, just on fresh ground. There were days of stress and questioning my own choices, but there's a different kind of beauty in being exhausted in paradise. As I would say, how lucky am I to be tired in Siargao? It wasn't the polished life that tourist me had imagined. It was real, messy, but exactly what I needed at the time. A reality check. When the pressure peaked, I escaped to food. Whether it was hunkering down under the Atas tent when it suddenly rained on Malinao Road, or losing track of time and ordering the entire dessert menu, food was my constant. It was the backdrop to every conversation and the quiet anchor when I just needed to sit and be. When I felt the desire to play tourist, I squeezed in some island hopping. Crystal clear water, sandbars that vanish with the tide, lunch on Daku Island, I think, and being surrounded by the natural beauty of it all. Lunch on this tour acted as the icebreaker between the group of strangers on the boat with us. And on the ride back, someone decided to play budots, and suddenly it was a dance party filled with hearty laughter. I love and miss Filipino humor so much. It showed me that, again, Siargao is a place where strangers become friends, best experience over a shared meal.
Tips on how to kidnap the both of us. I like mine with action, so just go for it.
You can see it, maybe, I think your picture is better.
Living in Siargao, you learn the island's rhythm. It's sort of like a revolving door. People come with an initial plan to be here for a week or two, and it's no surprise if they extend their stay to a month and another month and so on. They call it the Siargao curse. It's essentially what I had when I claimed that the island life is calling to me. It makes it incredibly difficult to move on from this gorgeous life that the island offers. But eventually, people go. At first I saw these goodbyes as a negative. How sad it is that the island friendships can be so short-lived. But I've realized it's just the nature of this place. You meet people who are meant to be in your life for a season, just long enough to leave you with a lesson or a memory of a good old island side quest.
Meltdown mamas.
My only plan coming here was to give this life a shot and answer my what ifs. I felt I owed it to myself to see what this life could offer. I found that it's a gentle way of living, free from the noise and the pressure to perform. Until I was hit with the reality of being me and I had the internal pressure to perform. Eventually, I was one of those that bid the island goodbye. I knew it deep down as I packed up my bags for, quote, my month abroad. But I was probably in denial, so I wasn't explicit in my goodbyes. I simply bid my newfound island friends a see you when I'm back. But as life goes, we experience changes. And these couple of months on the island changed something in me. I learned that Siargao wasn't the final destination. Not right now, anyway. I now feel that I have somewhere else to be, but that doesn't make it any less special. For now, this is a thank you to the island for being home for a brief moment, the kind people of Siargao who welcomed me, to my loved ones who supported me in this move, and to myself for giving me a shot. There are no goodbyes, so I'll see you later, Siargao.